Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is a lightweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, fighting out of Birmingham. He is engaging in his 21st contest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Benny Jones. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, fighting out of Luton in Bedfordshire. This gentleman brings an unbeaten record. 7 fights, 7 wins, 4 coming inside the distance. Please welcome Graham Earl. Your timekeeper is Mr. Bob Esworth. Your referee is star referee from Kent, Mr. Larry O'Connell. 6 3-minute round.
Second round.
Well, Billy Schwer isn't the only boxer from Luton. We've got another here in the unbeaten Graham Earl. He's the one with the white stripe down the side of the shorts. Just 7 fights so far. He's won them all, 4 inside schedule. Promising young lightweight, only 20 years of age. And here with Benny Jones from Birmingham, whose real name is John Jones. So why he changed it to Benny, I couldn't begin to tell you, but there it is. Jones is from the Nobby Knobs camp, and he can be quite a dangerous puncher. In fact, he's won 3 of his last 5 inside 2 rounds.
Yes, he can be dangerous in the right frame of mind, and I think Earl has to be a little careful with his attacks. He's a pressure fighter, and Jones will be looking to counter, so Earl has to be careful he doesn't walk onto anything.
Giving away quite a lot in height and reach here too, Earl. Jones bound to be a little bit dangerous early. He's an explosive sort of fighter. He's only 20 himself. And he'll be looking to claim a bit of a scalp here. Earl, as you can hear from the noise, has sold a fair few tickets tonight. He tends to fight with his face a little, Earl, doesn't he?
Yes, and I think that could be a problem when you're in with a puncher like Jones. He has been caught once or twice with some decent counters and has to be very careful of that.
It's a good right hand from Benny Jones. It could be a test here of Earl's chin. Oh, he's hurt there, that buckled the knees. He nearly went down from that right hand. Problems here for Earl.
Well, he has to just get his chin down a little bit, be more wary as he comes in for his attacks. Trying to use that jab a little better.
Well, he's going to have to weather this, Graham Earl. It's a good test for him. Just a little mini crisis to come through. Defence does look leaky, too leaky to me, Earl, at this stage. You'll need to tighten that as he moves up, otherwise he's going to pay. He might even pay tonight. Earl, remember, with the white stripe down the trunk. Sorry, Glenn.
That was a definite danger signal of the punch power of Jones and the lack of defensive skills from Earl.
Good first round here. With another big right from Benny Jones. Well, there's no doubt Graham Earl was hurt. His knees buckled in that opening round, and it was even-ish. Apart from that, I've given it to Jones on the strength of that big punch.
Well, I've given it even, but didn't he almost go down from that shot there? That was a lovely punch, left in with it, missed, and then caught him with a nice little right hand. His best punch is the left hook. He just showed that one a bit too much, but the right hand followed it, and Earl did very well there not to go down.
Could be good, this, couldn't it?
I think it is going to be exciting. I think he's that sort of fighter, Earl, who look good, will be exciting, but the danger is he's a little over chin height, can always be vulnerable.
Seconds out, round 2.
Second round of this atmospheric York Hall in Bethnal Green. The unbeaten Graham Earl of Luton with that white stripe down his trunk. Remember, Benny Jones in the solid black shorts from Birmingham. Both of them 20 years of age. Jones has lost 18 of his 25 fights so far, but he can be dangerous, and he's only been stopped once, but that was by the Frenchman, Frankie Loire. Sharp counter-punching there, though, from Earl. He showed good ability, didn't he, over on those ropes?
Yes, he's going to have to use his head and think in this fight. Can't be reckless. Tighten up the defense, and he needs to keep the chin a little lower.
Earl, a product of the Luton Hightown Amateur Boxing Club. The highlight of his amateur career was a National Association of Boys Club title 4 years ago. This isn't one of those knobby-knobs fighters who's just come in to survive. Benny Jones, he believes he can win this.
Earl trying to use it a little more boxing. Just be careful on the way in. He's using the jab more.
Just a bit more canny from Earl. Better tactics, providing a more mobile target, using his reflexes and concentrating on his boxing skills. And they should be superior to those of Jones. You'd think so anyway. It's better from Earl, this, isn't it?
Yes, much better. He's just being more careful. He's using his boxing skills. He's working his way in, and he's being more careful as he goes out.
Showing a good boxing brain, because he's seen what has happened in the first round and has adapted. Some credit maybe too to trainer Jim Turner in the corner, who probably had a few sound words of advice after that opening session.
And maybe I think Jones just looking for bigger punches and not trying to work his way in himself.
A little left hook again though from Jones. He really does like that punch. But it's been Earl's second round, and we're about to hear the bell to end it. Much better from Graham Earl. Got a fight strategy from him there. His best win was a decision over Mark McGowan, a useful lightweight from Plymouth. And he beat another of the Knobs fighters in Brian Coleman, the durable Birmingham veteran.
Well, this is Earl showing some of his skills, just on the retreat, using the jab. But I think Jones still always dangerous, just a little short punch there. He was just trying a bit too hard, I thought, Jones.
Just a little bit of marking around the face for Benny Jones on the cheekbone, the right cheekbone, I think. Nothing much.
Corners, 10
Yet.
seconds. Seconds out, round 3.
Third round with referee Larry O'Connell, who's had more than his fair share of headlines, of course, lately. Earl with a white stripe down the trunks. Just to remind you, sometimes get letters from people who say we don't identify the fighters enough. It can be irritating, I know, if you're not familiar with it.
Jones just trying to cut the ring off, trying to land that long right hand. will obviously be aware he can hurt him, and Larry O'Connell just give him a warning for use of the shoulder.
And he's going to have a word with the corner as well. I think a cut might have opened too around the left eye. It's on the blind side to us. Just wanted that cleaned up. Yeah, there is damage by the side of that left eye, as I thought, for Benny Jones. Sharper now, Earl. Got in with a good little left hand there from an unusual angle. And a right after the referee had said break. It's looking much harder here for Jones now, Earl. Just beginning to make that extra speed and class tell. But remember, Jones still does have that power.
Jones is trying to close the distance down and drag Earl into a fight. Earl trying to keep to his boxing skills. That eye looking a lot worse now for Jones.
He might not hold up either. We're in the third round, it's due to go 6. That's good work again from Earl with the combinations. Earl has been doing some sparring with Billy Schlur. Of course, they're from the same town. So that would have been pretty useful as long as he didn't have to take too many from Billy.
And he's really got his boxing together now.
Oh, great right uppercut from Earl there. Superior operator. A little bit of inexperience there from Earl, who just took his eye off his opponent and started looking at the referee for a moment as Larry O'Connell was unhappy with that piece of work by Jones. The eye's bad. Jones's left eye is bad. I'm sure Larry O'Connell will want that cleaned up. He's having a closer look at it now.
Jones, he may as well getting over anxious and walking on the punches.
And after that dodgy opening round, Graham Earl has come back well, and Benny Jones here in some difficulties with that cut.
Well, this may be where having the heads did clash there. That I think was it, and then straight away you can see the blood. So yep, that was a clash of heads.
Good work from the boys backstage there to pick that out. Definitely a head clash. There is Nobby Nobbs, one of the great characters of the British fight scene, working the corner. Jim Turner.
Corner, 10 seconds.
And there are the Earl
Second out,
fans.
round 4.
Fourth round of this one. Earl almost floored in the opening session, and looking a little bit dodgy, to be honest with you, with a leaky defence, but he's turned on a bit of style since then, and Benny Jones battling not only against Earl but against the cut as well. Earl with the white stripe down the shorts.
I think it's quite good from Earl that he didn't panic after getting hurt in the first round. He just adapted himself to the style of Jones. He's done that quite well.
They can take their time with Graham Earl. There's no need at all to rush him. They should be able to just bring him through carefully. Maybe work on that defence a little more and see where the story takes him.
I think Jones, he's got the height and reach. Would have done better if he tried to use his own jabs. He's looking for punches, trying to get some power in him rather than using his height and his reach to work his way into range.
He just wants a out-and-out tear-up. Knows he's got a bit of power in those fists, and he's just looking to wage war with the hooks. But Earl's having none of that now. Cut still looking bad. May just take a sustained cluster of punches from Earl to persuade Larry O'Connor to maybe step in. Still quite competitive at the moment though, Jones.
And a good right hand from Earl. He's using that punch well. Jones is lowering his height and he's leaning too far forward, and that's allowing Earl just the opportunity to land that good right hand.
Good hand speed, Earl. A sharp little operator.
He's just got to keep his work rate going. Nice combinations going through.
More blood from that cut as the heads come quite dangerously close together again. Looks to have it under control at the moment, Graham Earl. Looks to have worked it all out. What do you think of him, Glenn?
Well, I think I was quite impressed. Early on, he looked very open. The chin was high. The defense was very leaky. But when he got caught, he quickly adjusted himself, got his boxing going. I think I was quite pleased to see him do that. That's a good quality to be able to think mid-fight, change things around and adapt. And he's done that well. He's a nice little performer, keeps himself busy, just didn't have to go looking for the big punch too much.
Working on that eye. I think the good thing from Earl's point of view is the damage is to the side of the eye, so the blood isn't flowing into the eye and obscuring his vision.
10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
Fifth round of this sixth rounder, unbeaten Graham Earl from Luton with the white stripe down those black trunks. And Benny Jones, the oft-beaten Birmingham fighter, who very nearly had Earl on the seat of his pants in the first round, but has struggled since, in truth. Only had 10 amateur contests, Benny Jones, for the Alliston Manor Club.
I think really that's what Jones needs to work on, technique, learning to use a jab and to keep his height and his reach. Too often he's really leant down, lowered his height, and he's losing any advantage.
Yeah, he's basically too one-dimensional, isn't he?
Yes, he's just sort of walking forward, looking to try and land a decent punch. He obviously realises he's got a bit of power, but he needs to work on other things.
Well, if he carries on like this, Earl is going to send home his sizable fan club in a happy frame of mind. Unless, of course, Benny Jones has got another surprise for us with his punch card.
Earl still has to keep his concentration, can't afford to go to sleep in there.
Good shots from Jones, coming on a bit strong again with those hooks. Well, maybe just getting a shade complacent.
Starting to look a little tired in this round, the chin going up, the defence just opening up a bit.
He's by no means the finished article yet, Graham Earl, and why would he be at only 20? both looking a little tired now, the work becoming ragged.
Well, that's when it can be dangerous for Earl. Jones does have a good punch.
And still out, Earl is outboxing Jones here.
Looking in the corner there, does look tired. He's trying to get some big breaths and get himself back together for the last round.
Hand speed, work rate, skills, the keys for Earl. Jones really relying on his punch. He did have a one-round win over the former Young England international Liam Maltby in Peterborough recently. Just a little sign that he is dangerous.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Coming up for the last round.
Seconds out, 6 and last round.
Final round, I've got Earl 4 rounds to 1 ahead. What about you, Glenn?
Yes, I've got 4 rounds and I get the first level, so Earl, handy leader on my card. Jones is getting a couple of almighty slaps on the back by Nobby Nobbs, who wants a big round from him.
It's a nice sharp right hand from Earl. He's got his act together, it seems. He's not a big puncher, quite clearly, Earl. He's always going to have to use his work rate and skills to get through, no matter how far he does or doesn't go in this business.
Jones still trying to push forward with nice defensive skills. Some good movement from Earl.
It's a good little left hook from Earl in there. Still having his successes. Making Earl work for it.
That's the old single shot landing for Jones. Needs to try and land a combination. Earl ever on the move, skipping out of range.
Notice though that he's moving there in a anti-clockwise direction. In other words, onto the left hook if it's coming.
Jones trying hard to find a punch that'll land, trying to get some momentum and power into his shots.
Led from the nose as well now for Jones. He's quite badly marked up. Eye damage too, remember, from earlier on the corner. Done good work with that. Some of Earl's fans are on their feet a few rows back. He's just getting a little careless. Signs of inexperience. Just wants to really go in there, and in a way he's started to fight Jones' fight again as he did in the first round.
He's just leaving himself inside. He's wanting to impress, obviously the big crowd noise behind him. You know, he wants to put on a little bit of show here in the closing stages.
Yeah, the adrenaline's flowing, and that can sometimes lead young fighters down a dangerous path. Instead of boxing coolly within the strategy, it's over. Earl has surely got the decision. He has indeed. And he makes it 8 wins out of 8 to the delight of the travelling fans from Luton.
There's a decent performance from Earl, showing himself a nice boxer, can think on his feet, and he had to weather that little storm in the first round, but he did that quite well. Still a lot to learn, and he needs to tighten up that defence, but that was a good performance.
How many do you give him out of 10 then?
I think a 6.
Oh, you're a mean man. That's about 4 marks from you, isn't it? He's only going to get better. unbeaten so far. There are obviously things to work on, but he's going the right way.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 pulsating rounds, referee Larry O'Connell scores the contest 60 points to 54 in favor of your winner and still unbeaten from Luton in Bedfordshire, Graham Earl.
And the referee gave him every round.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for